Good morning, happy Monday. I thought I would do a little week in the life. We have some baby updates happening. Honestly, not much happening in the house renovation wise. I have some work happening, but mostly we are full-time momming. We are in summer mode, even though it's like 64 degrees at 8:44 in the morning, which is very bizarre for June. But I hope you're having a nice kickoff to summer. If you have your kids home with you, I'm right there with you. And a lot of my weeks now are kind of being, it feels like a cruise director for all my kids. So I'm leaning into this season, and this morning, up pretty early, 8:45. Girls are dressed. I'm about to pack some snacks, and we are gonna go to the local zoo. We love our Knoxville Zoo, and I will just bring you along as we go through this whole week together. And whatever we get into is our life of a family of 4, soon to be 5. I don't have much else to say. My girls are about to come running back in here needing help with something. So let's gather some snacks and get out the door. Yeah. I like your socks.
I need to hold this thing up. Mom,
So a secret weapon. Have these as bribery. Like worst case scenario, meltdown city, fruit snacks are my secret weapon. Are your shoes and socks on?
why we have to go downstairs?
Because the car's parked downstairs.
Yeah.
Here, Daisy. Hey, can you do a potty? Okay, here's you go. I have no idea how we're gonna load 3 kids in a car every single day, multiple times a day. Welcome to nap time. Normally I hang out upstairs on the couch during nap time because I'm like closer to the girls. I don't think anyone is actually asleep right now. No. Neither of my children are asleep, but that's fine. I came down here because I have to do a little bit of work. I have an order to pack. I have a Costco Danish. That's definitely going to be a regret if I eat this, but it also sounds too good to not eat. And it's a regret because it's going to make me feel like napping the rest of the day, which I don't have time for. So we're down here to eat a snack, take a break. I also brought down the stuff for shipping that I need. I have my library card because we've been starting a little like summer preschool curriculum. A big part of that is they do new books every week with a corresponding letter. So first week was letter A. We had 2 books on apples. We just finished up B, and I need to go to our online website for our local library and put holds on the books that are happening for C. So I need to do that. I need to edit a video. That's another thing. I have a whole video to edit today. It needs to go live tomorrow. I'm actually gonna do this first because it's already Monday, and I'd ideally like to have the books already picked up from the library on Monday. And we're just now putting them on hold, so we probably won't get them until Tuesday or Wednesday if they're available. So we'll start with this and then go through the rest of our little to-do list. I'm actually kind of shocked with myself because the girls are still napping. It's 3 o'clock right now, and I just started exporting my YouTube video. I only have like maybe 30 minutes left of work to like upload it and schedule it and all that stuff, but I can't believe I got that done during nap time. Did not believe that would happen. So I feel really good on the work front of things. I am probably, especially being pregnant and extra tired and whiny and complainy about everything going on in my life, I feel like I'm gonna pay for having worked straight through nap time. No like moment to breathe and relax or read or something. I'm definitely gonna pay for that because I can just tell when I skip that rest period for myself, I am a crankier human being for the rest of the day. So here's hoping that I can hold it together and still be super mom and cook dinner. I have an idea for dinner. Tuesday. We just started the morning off with some cottage cheese bagels. You blend 1 cup of cottage cheese, then you mix it in with 1 cup of flour. You knead it a couple of times and then split it up into 4 bagels. And then you do an egg wash on them, bake them at 375 for like 30 minutes. Mine need a little bit longer, and I doubled my recipe, so I did 2 cups of cottage cheese, 2 cups of flour, but they are really, really good. Mine need another like 5 minutes in the oven, so I'm gonna let those go for 35 minutes at 375. But they are toddler approved, they're mom approved, they're delicious. We have a couple like errands to get done today. We are out of milk and we are out of almond milk. And then Christian went through our budget this morning, and it is just wild to me how expensive our bills are. We don't have any car payments, we don't have any debt payments, like we don't have any of that. But just like we're contributing to retirement, paying our mortgage, paying for our phone bill and our internet and our home insurance and our health insurance. We pay out of pocket for health insurance, which is painful every single month. All of those bills just add up to be so much. So I'm glad he did that, because one of my errands, I'm gonna go get some milk. I'm gonna stop at Target to do that. And I'm glad he reminded me of how expensive it is just to live our life and exist in this world. So I am not gonna be buying anything at Target except for the milk and the almond milk. I also might go get some swim diapers because we're going to the pool later today. Have not told the girls yet, but we're short on those for my little list, so I need to grab some of those. So that might be the only things I get at Target. But I am exercising my like conscious spending muscle of not just buying things because I see them at Target. So we'll do that. I also have to go to the post office. I have an order from yesterday that needs to mail out, and I just got a new order this morning. So I'm gonna go fulfill that order, package that up, and we'll take that to the post office too. And then we need to go to the library because our little preschool book is on hold and ready for us to grab. So we're gonna take last week's books back, get this week's book, do some fun errands, do some Tuesday stuff. Yeah, baby, they're in the oven right now. When I pull them out, we can have another one. Are they good? Mm-hmm. Do you like them? Happy Tuesday. Happy Wednesday to everybody except the cockroach living in my basement right now. I do not have the guts right now to kill it. I like picked up a boot. I had every intention, but it was one of those like thick, juicy ones, and I decided to pretend it doesn't exist. So he's living his best life in my basement, and when Christian comes home later, I'm going to tell him that we're going on a roach hunt. We're gonna find it, and then he can kill it. But what we did do already is go to the doctor. You saw that. I had my fun little glucose drink, my blood draw for that. I got my Tdap shot. I got all kinds of fun, not fun things. But Christian took the girls to the park. He took the morning off from work, which is one of my favorite things selfishly, and I think one of his favorite things about what he does, like working for himself, is that for the most part, he's in charge of his schedule. So when I have a doctor visit, like this blood draw one where I have to get some shots and some blood draws and a lot of not fun stuff, where it would be challenging to juggle the girls there, he can take the morning off and take the girls to the park. And he dropped me off because parking at our hospital is a hot mess. So he dropped me off, picked me up. That was wonderful. It was a good morning. Really was craving Chick-fil-A. And then I remembered that we have the Bear chicken nuggets from Costco in our freezer that taste just like Chick-fil-A nuggets. So instead of not begging, but like saying to Christian, like, we should go to Chick-fil-A after he picked me up, I said, girls, we're gonna have Chick-fil-A at home. And we made that for lunch. And so I feel good about not spending money today. This glorious Wednesday is so far making up for a terrible Tuesday. I stopped filming in the middle of the day yesterday because things just went south so quickly on our errands. But then I realized that at the end of the day, I was so frustrated and burnt out by them, and like I let my 3-year-old's actions affect the rest of the day and dictate how I feel, and that's definitely not okay. Like 3-year-olds are gonna be 3-year-olds, 1.5-year-olds are gonna be 1.5-year-olds. Like I can't do anything about that now, but I let that issue ruin the rest of my day. That's on me. So I was sitting in bed with Christian last night and I was like, I can't believe I let a 3-year-old decide how our day was going to go. Like, I let her be in charge, which is what we always remind her, like, you are not in charge. Mommy and daddy are in charge. And yesterday, I didn't film anything else because I let the 3-year-old be in charge and control how I felt about the day, how our day went, the happiness level. Like, I'm being dramatic, but like, I thought that was a good little realization that like personally I had, is that like in that moment where I was really frustrated and letting it ruin the rest of our day, I was really letting the 3-year-old be in charge in that moment. And then if you think about it in that context, that just sounds ridiculous. Like, of course the 3-year-old's not in charge. Like, obviously not. Like, I am in charge. I am in charge of my emotions. I am in charge of how I feel about a situation. I am in control. I am the mother. I am the leader of our ship when it's just me and the girls during the day. I thought it would be fun to also update you guys on my reading. I just started this, and I've heard so many things about Redeeming Love throughout the years of it being a great, great book. I've actually owned this book on my little like to be read cart for like 2 years at least. So I'm just picking it up now, and I actually was reading this between my nurse coming in and my midwife coming in, and when she walked in, the midwife, she was like, "Oh, Redeeming Love, I haven't read that in like 10 years. And she like sang its praises to me and was so excited that I was reading it for the first time. The beginning, honestly, a little bit traumatic to read about, a bit horrifying. I've been reading a lot recently. Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan was not my favorite. Did not really like it that much. Then I read The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. She is the author of the Magnolia Parks universe, and I really liked the book. It had, clearly the author has had a lot of church hurt in her personal life and has since made the Bible into what she thinks it should be and like what works for her life in certain topics. And her theology in the book, like where she was justifying how she bends the Bible to fit her beliefs, was just so wrong. And so I'm putting that aside of that being a very glaring issue, because that's like her personal story and how she feels. I could tell as an author projecting it into her writing in this book, how she like feels about church and all that stuff. But if I can put all of that aside, The Conditions of Will by her, such a good story. So captivating and interesting to read about. Such a good plot line. It kept me hooked. Loved it. Highly recommend it. Just know that if you're reading anything in there that she's bringing up theologically, it's wrong. Very, very wrong. So if you can ignore that, the rest of the book was very enjoyable. Then I read, just yesterday, I finished The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. That is like a mystery. And so in this one, they're in an apartment complex. And so you meet all the other people who live in this apartment complex. And like, it's very much like they're involved in the thing that happened. So it's very reminiscent of Agatha Christie, of like, they're all like trapped in one place. Or not trapped, but they're all like in one location, and like you kind of don't have any of like the surprise, here's this person that you never knew about, plot twist thrown in, surprise you at the end. Like, there's none of that in any of her books, which I like. So that was a fun read. Now I'm reading Redeeming Love. I need to read one more book after this, and then I'm letting myself buy a new book. I have so many books on my like little to be read cart that it's really becoming a problem, and I want to force myself through them, but I have new releases to series I'm in the middle of that I also want to read. So my new policy right now for reading is I have to read 5 books I currently own, and then I can buy a new one. And the next book I'm buying is the new Boys of Tommen book. I think it's like Redeeming 10. I don't know. I've heard mixed reviews about it, but it's the Boys of Tommen series, Keeping 13, Binding 13. But I'm picking up that book next, and I'm just excited to read it. And then I have 5 more books to read. And then the next book that I bought that I'm going to buy, I've already decided, is Heir of Fire. I'm in the middle of the Throne of Glass series. Excited to keep that train moving. Good morning. Happy Friday. Coming to you fresh-faced. And we just wrapped up our little morning routine, which is the little preschool I'm doing this summer at home because the girls don't have any school or activities planned, and I needed a little more structure in my day of like something else to check off the list. Full transparency, we're on like week 3 of it now, and like the first week, fun and new and exciting, and I was ready every day and eager. Week 2, I was like, this feels like a to-do list task, like something else that I don't have to do, but I paid for it, so I should do it, and like I didn't want to. And then I realized at the end of week 2, this is going to be like a discipline thing. I don't know if we're going to full-time homeschool. I don't think we're going to full-time homeschool. We might do some like hybrid option, but it's something we're interested in. So I'm glad we're like experimenting this summer with like this little curriculum. One thing I've already learned is that it's like a discipline. It's like working out. You're not going to always feel like doing it. You're not going to always feel like doing your little lesson for the day or your activities for the day. But I thought I would show you. Let me grab, I didn't even pull out our like parent guide for this morning. But I thought I would just give you a sneak peek of what we've been doing because I don't want to film my kids. Oh, are you okay, Days?
Yeah.
Okay. But motherhood's partly my content, so I'll show you what we've been like doing. I'm kind of just making up as my own. This is where is the front cover page? This is the preschool curriculum I bought, the Peaceful Preschool. You buy it as a PDF from her website, and then I sent it to Staples to get it printed and bound. Not gonna lie, printing and binding it was pretty expensive. This is basically what it looks like. They give you a breakdown for each day of the week. It's by letters. We're working on letter C. And on every Monday, what you do is you print out these little flashcards they give you, and then we put glitter glue around the edge, so it's kind of like a sensory activity. I print 2 copies of the flashcards, so I like make like a nice clean glitter glue one, but then I print another one for Madeline, and here's letter A, so she can practice like the fine motor skill of like squirting glue. So that's what that is. You start Monday off with your letter, and you read a bunch of books about it. They give you like the read aloud. So today, technically we were supposed to read Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. I actually skipped ahead. I read Corduroy. So Thursday's activity was reading Corduroy because Corduroy starts with a C. And then I didn't do all of these activities. Like we didn't gather objects that begin with C. We actually did the phonics from today. I'm getting interrupted by little children who are very excited to go to the splash pad this morning. So I'm not gonna go through every single day and what we did. Basically though, today's activity, we traced this with our finger. We practiced matching our little letters to our big letters. And it's not like really like strong curriculum or like heavy academic, but it's just like familiarizing them with the idea and just practice and fun and low pressure. That's like the main thing. So we do that. Before we get into any of our table time, we start with this little like Bible devotional. It's very low key also. It has a little Bible verse at the top. It goes through the Bible, like Genesis all the way to Revelations, I'm assuming. And we're on day 14 and it just has like little passages and a little prayer at the bottom and little pictures. So we start our table time reading this. Then we go into reading our story of the day because books are like the core of this curriculum. Then we go into our phonics, which is like focusing on the letter of the day. And then they give you a bunch of other ideas to like take care of it. So for this one, this day was read Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. They have activities like draw a palm tree for your child and give them ABC stickers to decorate it with, kind of like the story. With supervision, practice climbing a ladder or a tree. And just generally gives you an idea of activities. I say we probably do 50% of the activities each time, sometimes less, sometimes more. Sometimes I mix and match them because it's all very low stakes with preschool. I'll also show you, I keep the parent guide and then they have all the printables that came with it. So over here I have cut out all of our flashcards so you can see that we have, what letters do we have? Cursive C that I'm not really focusing on. We have letter D next. I got those all ready to go each week. And then I got these little letter folders or like sleeves to put all of the printouts for all of our letters. Because sometimes we do lots of crafts with these pages. Sometimes we don't. It's just easy activities. Some of these are like really thick. You can't see, but like in the back we have a bunch of them cut out and ready to go. So those are like the printables, like arts and crafts activities we have prepped. But I think this morning we spent less than like 15 minutes doing what I call table time. We just give Daisy little activities. Like one of the activities from the first week was A is for apples. And they had you transfer cinnamon sticks is the recommended from one spice jar to another. I don't want to buy cinnamon sticks, so I got Q-tips and 2 spice jars. And generally, when Maddie's focused on an activity that's beyond my 1.5-year-old's level, I will just pull out a random thing we've done from previously. These have been a huge hit with my 1.5-year-old of just opening and closing and shaking out the Q-tips and putting them back in and whatever. And she happily sits at the table and fidgets with those while we do our table time. So that's what those mornings have looked like. These girls have patiently been waiting. They're ready to get their swimsuits on. I need to get us dressed. I need to pack a little lunch. We're going to a splash pad with some other friends from our church. So I need to get organized for a morning out. I definitely feel overpacked for just going to the park, but with kids, you can never be too prepared. So we've got 2 towels. I've got a bunch of oranges. The girls won't eat these, but these are mostly for me. I packed a little snack bento box just in case. You never know. So peanut butter sandwiches, peppers, crackers, strawberries. Daisy probably won't touch any of that, but that's fine. I'm bringing this little fanny pack with my like keys, my wallet, and if I have to go to the bathroom for the girls, I'll just like stash a diaper or change of clothes in here, but it's much easier than bringing the whole bag with us. Changes of clothes for the girls. I have a wet bag for their swimsuits, wipes and diapers, some sunscreen, some leftover snacks. If you look at the bottom of that bag. And then I have everybody's water, including mine. This bag is a knockoff for those bog bags. We actually found it at Costco on sale like a month or two ago for 30 bucks. So I'm glad we grabbed this because it's definitely come in handy for all of these bigger outings in the summer. And I'm officially at the point in pregnancy where like nothing fits me. So I know like pregnancy, like maternity clothes, you're not supposed to like show this part. But this is just what we're going with today because this is what fits us today. Back from the splash pad. I feel disgusting. We spent like 2 hours there and it was hot. So I was definitely fading. The girls were actually hanging in there pretty good. Daisy was asking to go inside, but it was nice because I had a little bit of fellowship. When we first moved to Knoxville almost 2 years ago, I obviously didn't know anybody here. We just like kind of moved here blindly. And so I have been waiting to have friends here. I have been working hard. It's been hard because we had a newborn and I exclusively breastfeed. So like it was hard to get out of the house or like get involved in stuff. And long story short, I finally feel like through our church, I'm getting plugged in and I have friends, at least some women that we can say, hey, who's free to go to the park Friday morning at 10 a.m.? It's taken 2 long years to get here, which is ironically faster than I ever found friends in California. I kind of had some friends when we lived in California, but honestly not a lot. So we are well ahead of the curve. So I'm just trying to be very appreciative, very grateful the Lord provided some people in a similar stage of life. They're all very different from me, but they're all in the throes of young children. And it was really nice to go have adult interaction today while we baked in the sun for 2 hours and the kids kind of played in the splash pad. All that to say, I gave the girls a bath, we all had lunch, I put them down for naps, and I feel disgusting and want to take a shower. And I really should prioritize that, but because I feel disgusting right now, I kind of want to try another Peloton ride. I've been doing Peloton like strength workouts and yoga workouts, and they have a couple instructors who went through their whole pregnancies on the app and show all the modifications, so you can kind of just jump into their classes, and whatever they're doing, I can do safely. The bike has been trickier because it's just been uncomfortable. Like I have a lot of pelvic pressure. Like it's totally safe. My doctors are cleared me on all of this. I've got no issues with like trying it out. I'm gonna try this Peloton, see if I can actually get on this and not die. That was a great class. I actually felt really good. Didn't feel like the pelvic pressure I normally feel. So for now, 28 weeks and we're still doing like maybe 1 spin class a week. I am sweaty though. And I think Daisy went to sleep. So I want to try to take the world's quietest shower and then sit on the couch, get a snack, read my book. Happy Saturday. We are going to get bagels at K-Brew, one of my favorite local spots. Christian has a not fun work situation right now, so it's Saturday morning. He's already been gone for like an hour from the house. He left at like 7:45 this morning, and I'm going a little stir crazy. So the girls and I think the plan is we're gonna do K-Brew and share a bagel. And then Madeline's request is for a pink bagel, and I don't think there's pink bagels, but I think there's strawberry cream cheese. So we'll try that. We can check that one off the menu if they have it. Hopefully that eats up like a half hour there. My razor in the shower just snapped in half the other day. So I need to go to Target maybe and pick up a razor. I don't know. I'm trying to get out of the house. It's a gloomy, rainy day. The PARK does not sound very appealing because of how wet and gloomy it is. It stormed all night, but we're looking positive, staying positive, even though poor Christian, he's not having fun at his job today. I got coffee. I have a Disney podcast. We're all dressed and we're ready to go. 8:30 a.m. on Saturday. Let's ride. Can we do a cinnamon raisin bagel, sliced and toasted, please, and some strawberry spread?
Can you put it on?
Yes, we can put it on. Don't run away from me. You have to stay with mommy. Impromptu Target haul. We got this long knit dress. Kind of pricey for what it is, but I think it looks really flattering, especially with the bump. It's like midi length and it's got a split on the side and it has a slip inside because it's like a see-through knit. I think this will be really fun for our little baby moon vacation we're taking in a couple weeks. We have a full pack of diapers in the back. We got a new pack of, what are these called? Swim diapers. The whole reason we went is I needed a new razor because mine literally broke off in the shower, like just snapped in half. So this one is a metal handle, so super high tech. That's exciting. Then Bucky's birthday is next week, and we never really do anything for Bucky's birthday, but we love birthdays in this house. Certain small humans in the house. So we picked out some toys for him. This one, and then a bag of treats. And then less exciting news, we got some yogurt, some bagels, and some bananas.